I think it's live now. We're going to give it a couple minutes here, and I really appreciate you guys jumping in, taking time out of your busy schedules. We're going to give it a minute or so as people hop in here, and then I'll end up getting started. If you guys have any marketing questions up front, uh, I'm trying to figure out this whole like chat feature or question feature. So if you guys popped a question in there, that'd be cool. So, but yeah, just give it a second here and then we'll get started. All right, so let's get started here. So, cool. Let me share my screen. We'll get started. Today's webinar is going to be around marketing. I really hope that this is going to be super educational for you. But let me share my screen and get started. Okay. How do I switch tabs? 1 second. Oops. Okay. Switching. Sweet. Let's pin this. There we go. Probably get rid of me, just for audio and visual help. There we go. All right, we're getting there. And then I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started. Okay. I think it is all good. So we're going to get started here. Okay, so marketing that actually works. It's kind of a funny saying, but that's the goal with this presentation. And so the whole idea is to help educate you different marketing tactics that work for you. And one of the things that's going to be really cool about this presentation, which I'll talk about later as we get started here, is just that I found just business brokers kind of fit different personas, and so they should operate their marketing differently based off of the persona they are. So we'll get into that, but let's get started here. Let's get the ball rolling. You guys are busy brokers. So who am I? I'm the owner of Clients.io. We've worked with hundreds of business brokers to help them find more listing opportunities in their local market. Been around for like 5 years. I started working with brokers in 2019. We've spent millions of dollars on finding the best lead generation tactics for brokers. If there is a way to generate a lead as a broker, I have tried it. Like I have legitimately tried it, tested it to see if it works and to see how well it works. We've generated tens of thousands of leads for brokers, which has led to over $400 million in listing volume and hundreds of closed deals, like tens of millions of dollars in commissions. Yeah, definitely earned by our clients through our leads. So what's the agenda today? So first off, I just kind of went over who am I, August, and it being August 1st. This is the time of the year where I get all the month jokes that I could possibly get between now and October. People change my name to the month of the year. But anyways, so we'll be talking about the big broker dilemma. That's what the phrase I've coined. We'll be talking about the most effective lead channels right now that I've seen. We'll be talking about types of brokers. And again, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be the personas of different brokers, like how they operate as a broker, and then what marketing works best for them. Because honestly, what I've seen sometimes is the marketing channel does not match the broker. Every broker operates differently. Like you guys have a different perspective on leads and expectations and how quickly a lead should turn into a deal. So I'm going to go over that. And then how to get started, and then just marketing Q&A based off the chat feature. So let's keep going here. So the broker dilemma, this is again something I've coined based off my years of working with brokers and generating tons of leads. There is a difference between a referral and a lead generated. Now, that might seem obvious, but I want to break this down because it's extremely important to understand the difference between the two. Referrals obviously have a higher conversion rate, the highest conversion rate you could possibly get. They are easier at, it's an easy conversation to listing process. What does that mean? I'm basically just saying that when you talk to a referral and they're looking to sell their business, that conversation, to take that conversation and turn into a listing and a deal is quicker on average than a lead. But ultimately, referrals are not necessarily scalable or predictable. Unless you had a buddy call you up last night and said, hey, I'm sending someone your way tomorrow, you don't quite know when your next referral is going to be, where it's going to come from. And because of that, there's like underlying stress in the whole brokerage industry that you never quite know exactly where your next deal is going to come from if you're a referral broker. So that's where marketing comes into play. That's where marketing services like ours come into play, where we help generate you more opportunities outside of your sphere of influence, outside of your network. Now, you have to know the difference between the two. So when you generate a lead, it has low conversion rates. You cannot expect a lead to generate, to convert like a referral. There's no chance that's going to happen as quickly. It's going to take a lot longer, and you're going to have to go through more leads to get a deal. The conversation is a longer conversation to listing. I didn't write that correct, but basically what I'm saying is the first conversation you have with the lead, it's going to take you longer from that initial conversation to get the listing and deal closed on average. I'm not saying that you can't talk to somebody you never spoke to in your life today and then you list their business tomorrow. Like that could happen in theory, but generally it's going to take longer from first conversation to listing that business. But the ultimate thing about leads is it is scalable and it is predictable to get you more listings. So you have to understand that a lead is not a referral. You need a volume of leads to get one deal. But at the end of the day, it's more predictable. So like, for example, let's say your goal in 2025 is, I want to get 15 closed deals. Cool. How are you going to do that? Are you going to somehow figure out how to get a million referrals and like talk to a million people? The way to mathematically figure it out is to reverse engineer. Okay, I want 15 closed deals. What does that mean? Okay, I may need 30 listings. I may need 30 listings or more. Okay, how am I going to get 30 listings? Well, I gotta go on at least probably 50 to 60 listing like appointments to try to close those deals. Okay, 60 listing appointments. How many leads is that? And you keep going backwards. And again, that's how you build up your brokerage. Like if you're trying to get more listings and more closed deals, you have to reverse engineer it and you have to add leads into the mix. You can't just, it's hard. It's really, it's not impossible, but it's hard to say, oh, I'm just going to get more referrals. Okay. Yeah, you could, I guess, but usually referrals is a lot of time and effort building, just building relationships. And so like leads, on the other hand, you could just like use a service to get your leads and scale that up. So it's a little bit different. But let's move on here. So this is a very interesting concept that's extremely important to understand. This applies to anything. This applies to buying and selling any service or any product. It's the Schwartz 5 levels of customer awareness. And some of you that have had marketing experience or done stuff in the past may have seen this before, but it's extremely important to understand when it comes to the brokerage industry, just to make sure that the expectations are in the right place when it comes to leads and referrals and kind of what that ultimately means. So we're going to go through the scale here, and I'm going to give you a real life example. So first one's being unaware, never heard of you or this problem. So in a business owner's perspective, this would be like, business is going well, making a lot of money. I have absolutely no thought of selling my business. It has never even crossed my mind. I'm completely unaware. Okay, that's stage one. Stage two, problem aware. In a business owner sense, I'm going to kind of tell a story now. So let's say business owner, everything's going well. They wake up one day, they don't feel great. They go to the doctors. Doctor says, wow, man, you got really high blood pressure. You are very stressed out. Your whatever levels are too high. You have extreme stress in your body. You need to relax. You need to change your lifestyle. You need to relax. Well, now the business owner is like, whoa, I did not know. I know I wasn't feeling well for a bit, but like I did not know that I had this issue and that it could be an extremely big problem if I don't fix it. That's problem aware. Now the business owner went from life is good to wow, I have a high blood pressure. Like I'm at risk for a lot of different things now. I need to relax. I need to change my lifestyle. I need to do something, right? I have a problem. Number three, solution aware. So now the business owner goes, wow, what am I going to do? I need to change my lifestyle up, but I've been a business owner for this business for 25 years. What are the different kind of relaxation tactics I can use? Well, let's think about it. Well, maybe I could start meditating more. Maybe I can go on a 1 month vacation to relax. Maybe I should look into like selling my business. But again, that's just one of the options on the table. Maybe I should just get a dog, and if I just pet the dog long enough, for majority of the day, I'll be in a relaxed state and lower my blood pressure. Like the business owner is looking at every option at this point. He's looking at all the solutions. Okay, so let's go to product aware now. Let's say the broker goes, you know what? I mean, I'm talking about the business owner. The business owner goes, you know what? I don't think I should do that. I honestly think that the biggest cause of my stress is my business, and I've been running it for 25 years, and I just think that maybe it's time for me to get out. I've been kind of running on low energy for years now, and I think it's taken a toll on my body. Okay, so now we're at product aware number four, but they're still trying to figure it out, right? So like, I want to sell my business, but how should I do it? First thing you do, they Google, how do I sell my business? And what do you think the first thing that pops up probably is? Well, it's probably Biz by Sell because they're number one on Google for like everything. So they look on Biz by Sell. I could list my business for sale on Biz by Sell. Maybe I could just sell it, for sale by owner. Or maybe, what I could do is, I got a buddy that sold his business, or he's in the same industry as me. Maybe I can just sell my business to him. Or actually, my other buddy, he sold his business as well. Let me talk to him. Like, what did he do? Like, did he use a broker? Like, did he sell it to some conglomerate? Like, what did he do? Um, who did he talk to? They kind of get that idea. That's a product aware. And then aware would just be like, aware is the closest you can get to like, it's like the best referral you could ever get. It's like your neighbor. It's like, as the business owner, it's like the neighbor being a business broker or something, or like you just have like a really good relationship with the business owner for a super long time, and then you just like you use them because you were really close with them. So that's the five levels of customer awareness. And so it's very, very important to understand where is somebody on this scale. And again, five is like you got the listing, and it's a no-brainer that they're going to use you, right? And one being they don't even know they have a problem, they're doing totally fine without you. You have to understand where is this seller in the process, and so where does a referral come into play? Well, a referral is like a 4 or 5 because they've already kind of figured out they have a problem, they've already looked at the solutions. What they ended up doing is talking to a buddy and asking, hey, I'm looking to sell my business, but like, I don't know how to do it. And the buddy goes, hey, I know Bob the broker. Why don't you talk to him? There's your referral. They've gone through, majority of kind of this scale. They're a 4 or 5. So referrals are always a 4 or 5. Now, you might talk to a business owner and they go, I don't know if I should sell my business to my partner or if I should, for sale by owner. I would say that you're probably having those conversations sometimes, but those aren't good quality referrals, I would assume, for you, because they're ultimately, like, a good referral is like somebody that says, hey, use Bob the broker, and then you guys have the conversation and go from there. So people aren't going to be 3s. When it comes to leads, it's going to be 2 or 3 on this scale, and you just have to understand that it is what it is. So what does that really mean in reality? Okay, so let's bring it back to the business owner. He goes to the doctors, he gets the report, he's got a problem, he's driving home, and he's maybe he gets home. Let's be safe. He got home. He goes onto Facebook. He sees an ad that says, "Hey, have you thought about selling your business? Book a call with X business brokerage." He hasn't really thought through everything yet. He's still at problem where he has a problem. He's kind of going towards solution aware. This is one of the solutions that's kind of popped up in his face. So he's still pretty early on in decision making. Is he is he never going to sell his business or anything? No, no, no. He's still kind of thinking through the process. So the thing with marketing and using a marketing service is you're going to catch people early on. You're going to catch people in the twos and threes, and you're just going to have to be a little bit more patient. Follow up with this guy. Ultimately, he might choose the idea of, what, I'm just going to go on a 1 month vacation. Maybe that solves all my problems. So, and it is what it is. But yeah, you just have to understand that on a lead side, it's always going to be more of a 2 or 3. Referrals are going to be a 4 or 5. And okay, how long does it take to get from a 2 to a 4 or 5? It could take anywhere from 6 to 18 months. It's based off the time of the business owner, how comfortable they are making decisions quickly, making good decisions. Time is a huge factor in this whole thing. It's one of the things I always tell brokers when they are interested in our lead gen services is, well, how long is it going to take for me to get my first listing? I really don't know, because what I'm going to do is give you a 2 or 3 on this scale. You're going to talk to the guy and you're just going to see where he's at. And he might move quickly, he might move more slowly. It is, at some point, you know, if I give you a bunch of leads, you're going to get ones that go 4 or 5, you're going to list them. But I cannot tell you, like, on an individual basis, what solution or product that this business owner is ultimately going to take on the decision of trying to fix his problem, which is his high blood pressure. So just keep that in mind. So now what we're going to do is we're going to transition. Hopefully that was some good insight for you guys. It's marketing 101, the Schwartz 5 levels of customer awareness. You can look it up. It's really interesting to understand. Really helps you with understanding marketing. But now we're just going to go straight back into business brokers, what works well for you guys to generate leads. Quite honestly, I've narrowed down to these 4. Now, I'm not saying that direct mail doesn't work or any type of like drop letters. I'm talking about online lead channels. So first one being calling appointment setting. So calling/appointment setting is the best way to get the most accurate information from a business owner about their business and their motivation to sell their business. When you're talking to a business owner on a call, obviously, you're going to get some people that are going to be a little bit like mysterious and not say everything's 100% truthfully, but is the best way to qualify a business owner. And so to me, like the calling appointment setting service is going to be the closest you get to a referral, because it's kind of pre-vetted, and then we say, hey, we're going to book an appointment with X broker and book it on your calendar. It's the closest thing you're going to get to referral. We'll talk about that more in a second. The next one's email marketing. Now, email marketing is not how it used to be. I'll give you a little bit of an example here. So Clients.io, my business, formerly known as Brokers.io. Don't ask me why the name changed, because I have no reason. We were primarily email marketing. In 2020, 2021, we were crushing it with email marketing. We were sending 100,000 emails a day. For brokers, we were just pumping good opportunities to brokers. But at the end of 2021, things have changed. Things changed. Google and Outlook got a little stricter with their filtering. You got AI that's kind of come into their systems to, help filter out stuff as well. It's getting a lot smarter. It's becoming tougher to do email marketing at scale. So nowadays, when I talk to people about email marketing, can it work? Yes, it can work. But my recommendation is different nowadays. I say you should probably just do like batches of, maybe you blast out like 100, 150 business owners a day. Say, hey, I'm, Bob, the business broker. I can do this. Let me know if you're ever interested. That's it. That's like all I really recommend. Because any other strategy where you say, I'm going to send 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 emails a day, and you got this whole engine behind you, it's more risky. It's more time to set up. Usually there's a little bit more burnout on the list. It's not super recommended. Online ads is another great way to get leads. By far one of the best. It's definitely a volume play, but the great thing about online ads is the cost per lead is fairly cheap compared to other sources. Cost per lead appointment setting is going to be more on the higher end because you have a caller calling, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's a lot of time. It's time intensive. Email marketing's cost intensive when it comes to email accounts and stuff. Online ads, you just get it set up, you get it running well, optimize it, and it just kind of does its thing. So I really highly recommend online ads. LinkedIn, I will always recommend, but is definitely not the same what it used to be, kind of like how email was. LinkedIn, I used to be able to just pump these automated messages to anybody, like 150 a day, but they've really limited nowadays where you can only send like 50 connection requests like a week or something. Like it's very, very limited to what it would be. But it's still a professional environment, and ultimately, if you want to connect with partners and people, in the industry, it's a good way to do it. So now we're going to be going into personas. This is going to be a very interesting topic. So what broker are you? And I've created 4 different personas, and then I recommended what marketing channels you should use based off what broker you are. So let's keep going here. So by the way, I plan on taking questions and stuff at the end because I'm just going to roll through all this, and whatever questions you guys can ask me at the end, and anyone that's got a busy schedule, I'm just kind of rolling through the meat and potatoes of this so you guys have all the information. So first persona, Bob, the experienced broker. Bob's been a broker for the past 15 years. He's pretty comfortable in his ways, mainly getting most, if not all of his deals from referrals. He does 3 to 5 deals a year, but he's always stressed out because he never knows where his next deal is going to come from because he's just referral based. What marketing should he do? So obviously green is what he should do, red is what he shouldn't do. So I would recommend LinkedIn and appointment setting. So again, LinkedIn is like, he's not doing a lot of deals per year, 3 to 5 deals per year, mainly referrals. So LinkedIn is going to be just kind of like this side thing he can do, get a couple more conversations, per month, and then ultimately maybe he gets 1 or 2 more deals per year out of it. Could work. Also, appointment setting is something I would recommend because he's mainly doing deals based off of referrals. Again, appointment setting is the closest thing you could get to a referral, although it is not a referral, and I would not categorize it or as a 4 or 5 on that scale. I would still categorize it as like a 3. So appointment setting is the closest thing you're going to get to a referral, quality-wise, conversation-wise, and because this guy's doing mainly referrals, it's going to just sync with his mindset the most. I would not recommend email marketing. It's going to be too complicated, and online ads is just not going to fit his style. Again, he's working off mainly referrals. Doing online ads is going to be like oil and water. It's going to be a little bit tougher, like doing calls out to it's kind of like a colder conversations. It's not going to be a great match for him. Next, we got Johnny, the newer broker. Johnny is newer to the industry. He's been a broker for 2.5 years. He actually closed his first couple listings, and he's looking to grow his listing count and make some real money in the industry. What do we recommend him? Well, he's looking for growth. He's more open to volume because he's still getting started. He's still scratching the surface. He's got to build his pipeline. He's got to build his list of prospects. He's got to build his drip campaigns. He's got to do all that stuff. So I'm not going to recommend him anything that's kind of slow moving or potentially outside of his budget. LinkedIn, yeah, you could do LinkedIn, but I wouldn't really recommend it for like helping you grow your listing account at a big scale. Now, he could do appointment setting, but early on, I think it's best for a broker to just get leads in the door, build the infrastructure of how to follow up with those leads, build the campaigns, the drip systems, learn how to take a colder lead and see if you could turn that into a deal. Build your sales experience and all that stuff. So my recommendation for Johnny is email marketing and online ads. Okay, Rich, the ambitious broker. Rich has been around the block as a broker. He's looking to build up his brokerage. He's been hiring agents underneath him and looks to continue to expand and feed leads to his agents. So he's building a team. He wants to give more leads to his team. What should he do? LinkedIn, his agents could do that on the side. Appointment setting could work, but if he's really looking to feed his agents with a lot of leads, keep them busy, appointment setting is really not going to be able to get enough appointments to get the job done. My recommendation to him is going to be email marketing or online ads. And quite honestly, out of the email marketing, online ads, I would just recommend online ads because, again, he's got agents underneath him. He needs to feed them. He's got to keep the fire going. Uh, Leads through online ads is going to be the best way to do that to have the consistency of consistent flow of leads coming in. Email marketing is again a little bit tougher to set up. It's a little more like works and then it doesn't work and then it works and then it doesn't work. Like it's a little bit harder. So I ultimately would just probably recommend online ads actually. So Kevin, the part-time broker. I think this is the last one. There's 4 personas. Hopefully some of you guys feel like, no, this guy's kind of like me, I guess. So Kevin, the part-time broker. So Kevin has recently started to relax after selling his company. He's thought about fully retiring, but wants to keep himself and his brain active. So he's, semi-retired, spends a lot of his time, or tries to spend his time just working on a few deals and traveling. I swear to you, a lot of brokers are in this boat. So what marketing channels do I suggest? LinkedIn, yeah, because he's semi-retired, he's not looking to go full time. He doesn't need high volume. LinkedIn, again, you could just throw that in there and see what you get out of it. But also, I would recommend appointment setting because he's not looking to he's past the point of wanting to get volume and follow up and learn sales and do all that stuff. He's more just like, give me a couple deals. I just want to travel the world. I'm getting older and I'm good. So appointment setting is going to be a perfect match for him because he's going to, appointment setting, you get, 5-7 appointments per month. Call those people up, see what's going on. If it's a good conversation, you move them forward. If it's a bad conversation, then it's like, okay, it's no worries. Not really a big deal there. So that's what I would recommend to Kevin. One big consideration here, very important. If you're in a smaller or more rural market, old school tactics are actually going to work great for you. The market itself is less sophisticated, and so you don't need to do fancy things. There's less market saturation. Now, if you're in, let's say Dallas Fort Worth area, you probably aren't if you do old school tactics, it might just get washed out. You probably should try to stand out a little bit more, do more online tactics to help pull those leads from other brokers. But if you're in a rural market where there's not a lot of competition, I've heard a lot of brokers have a lot of success with direct mail, drop letters, simple stuff, because there's really no one else that's reaching out to these businesses. And they go, oh, cool, flyer. Yeah, I'll sell my business with this dude. I didn't know what a business broker was. So this is very important to understand as well. So ultimately, how do you get started? And obviously, I think at this point, you guys should understand you have to do more marketing if you want to get more listings. You can't wish that you had more listings and somehow they pop up. It's very tough to say, I'm going to get more listings through referrals. Yeah, you could, but that is a very time-consuming, long-term process. If you want a more consistent, more accurate, reliable source to get more listings and deals, you got to do marketing. You got to get leads through marketing, and you got to work that. So ultimately, I want to help every single one of you guys. And what I'd like is if you guys could book a strategy call with me. I am offering a free marketing strategy call. Basically, what we would do is just break down, what are you doing with marketing? Where are you at? Which persona do you fit? And then figure out what's the strategy. Obviously, one of the big things is what's your kind of capital you can invest in marketing. That's gonna be a huge thing, obviously. But what strategies do we, what can work best for you given your market, given everything? We'll go over everything. And ultimately, if you have goals for 2025 and you want to grow your brokerage or you want to do this or that, let's talk about it. And just so you know, if you book a call, you're booking a call with me. So you're not booking a call with one of my sales guys or whatever. This is going straight to me. So please scan the QR code. It's going to take you to a landing page. It just has testimonials and videos on it. You can scroll down, click any of the buttons that says book a call, and then just book a call with me. And again, I would be happy just to have a conversation with you. I'm just here to help. Like I set up this webinar for you guys just totally on my own because I want to help you guys with marketing and kind of help the industry kind of learn more about marketing. So book a call. You can also go to calendly.com/clientsio. It's still going to book with me. So either way, all routes lead to setting up a call with me, and I can chat with you about marketing, seeing if what you can do, and maybe one of what you're looking for aligns with one of the services we offer, and then ultimately we could work with you guys to help you get more leads. Again, been around the block. I can help you guys get leads. We offer services that are very successful. So on that note, this is really like the last slide. I'm going to attempt to check if there's any questions. Because I know you just go to webinar before, but let's see what happens. So I'm going to close out this and go to this. No. Okay. Camera. I'm going to pop up. You guys are going to be scared. Whoa, here I am. Okay. Now, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop them. I'm open now to just answer whatever questions you have. In the meantime, again, you can scan the QR code, which I think is on the left side of the screen. But that's it. That's all I got to say. So yeah, thank you guys for all listening, and hope to chat with you guys soon. I think you guys are gonna get like a follow-up email with just saying like how it went and stuff. You could please just let me know because I want to get better at these webinars and helping you guys out. All right, I'm gonna close it out. Doesn't look like there's any questions. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day. And yeah, talk soon.